Good evening, Richard. Yeah, it's a beautiful night here at Fir Park for a game of football. But two teams coming into this match with real problems to solve. Now, Terry, 5 out of 6 defeats for Motherwell, 4 out of 6 defeats for Hearts, relegation becoming an issue. How does a manager cope with that?
You just really sometimes just got to dig in there deep, and if you're too serious, the players can be really affected by that, and you've got to be joking and to show to the players it doesn't really matter what position you're in, what run you're on. I mean, when I got the sack at Sunderland, we lost 9 out of 10, so both managers haven't experienced what I have, so it's just a case really of just getting the players out there. Although Alec McLeish in particular has got a lot of injuries, sometimes when you put youngsters in, sometimes when you change things around, it can take the smallest thing to really get a win and get you going.
Well, Alec did say before the game that his big concern was to go for experience as much as he could tonight. He's got 8 first-team men missing, but he's left the 3 kids, the 3 youngsters, on the bench. Do you think that's the right course of action?
Yeah, sometimes when you've got the youngsters there, they're eager to get on, they're eager to make their mark in the Premier League, and with Hearts they've got 3 foreigners in their side. That's lifted them, obviously, with a great win against Thistle on Saturday. It does lift the players. Fresh faces, whether it be experienced internationals, whether it be youngsters coming into the side, can really lift you, and obviously both managers are desperate for a lift from any source.
The other problem, of course, Jim Jeffries has, it seems to me, is bringing in new players again. He's played 30 players in the first team this season. He's brought in these new men, Pasquale Bruno. He's brought in Hans Eskilsson and Paul Smith on Saturday, along with the goalkeeper Gilles Rousset. What's the disruptive effect of that in a new side?
Well, sometimes players like to think, well, they're part of a settled team, and that everybody knows what each other's doing and know their jobs and everything else. But sometimes when you've got no money, you're trying to wheel and deal, you're bringing players in, you're leaving players out in an effort to try and find the right blend. It's all about a blend, whether you can come across that with a bit of luck or with a bit of judgment, who knows. As long as you can get that blend right, then you've got a chance. And obviously both managers, Jim Jeffries is new at Hearts. Alex had a very good year this year. This year's a bit different. They're both trying to find their feet this season.
Other problem, of course, being that the players who are left out might be hard to bring back, because their morale must take a dent.
Yes, it does take a dent. There's no sadder feeling really, or sicker feeling, when you're left out of the side, but at the end of the day, the manager's left you out of the side for one reason: you aren't doing the business on the park. And if you can really prove to the manager that you should be back into that side as soon as possible by showing a good attitude in the reserves, or showing a good attitude on the bench when you come on especially, then the manager then has a problem of trying to put you into the side.
So from your point of view then, in the dressing rooms right now, what do you think the approach of the manager should be?
Jock, if I knew that, I'll still be manager of Sunderland, I think. But like I said before, you just got to be jokey, and you've got to say, right, come on. It's all about 90 minutes. It's about getting out there and enjoying yourself. I know it's difficult sometimes to enjoy yourself when you're under a lot of pressure. You've had bad runs. There's new teammates alongside you. In the Hearts dressing room, you've got teammates alongside you who sometimes can't speak all the Scottish language. I'm finding it difficult to speak the Scottish language. I'm English, but it's just a case of getting out there, be jokey, get out there, get the first tackle in, the first pass in, make sure it's a good one, and just get on and enjoy the game. They've had their brief. They know all about each other very, very well. They've been well briefed from the TV and from managers, so it's just a case of getting out there. All the frills, all the books and all the videos have been put well behind. Just get out there and enjoy the game.
So there's the referee, Willie Young from Clarkston in Glasgow. Shaking the head there as he asks the away side there if they're ready to play. He's going to the referee's room, I can tell you, just short of the players' lounge there. But outside here, the preparations continue for the start of the match. And the Hearts supporters have travelled not too conspicuous numbers this evening. The recent run of results hasn't been too encouraging for them, so a rather smaller than normal contingent through from the capital city. But still travelling in hope. They had a great start to this season, Terry, with a very fast impression made by Jim Jeffries. Then reality seemed to set in terms of the way the team was playing. Would that affect the supporters' response?
Yes, I think Hearts supporters are desperate. Hibs have done well. Hibs have been quite a way above Hearts for quite a few years, and I think really that the Hearts supporters are sick and tired of playing second fiddle to them in the capital city. And with Jim Jeffries coming, it was a manager that had played for the club, had a feel for the club, and one of the supporters really. And after that good start, and when things do go against you, when you do get into these little mini slumps and bad runs, things do go against you for quite a number of games, and is then sort of back to where the Hearts supporters were, say, last season and the seasons before. But they are a good support. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of fans that would come back, I'm sure, if Hearts really got onto a good run and really did well. But with no money available, it really is testing out their loyalties.
Right, okay, let's have a check on tonight's teams once again. And the Motherwell side much changed. Missing names are May, McKinnon, Van der Gag, McSkimming, Coyne, Arnott and Henry, all missing from that lineup, but 3 youngsters on the bench.
Yes, the way they line up is where they normally line up, with the 3 players sweeping to player 3 at the back. We've got Krivokapic playing in the centre of the back 3. Here we go, and Chris McCart and Brian Martin, the 2 other centre halves. A very solid looking side. John Phillippen at right back, McCullen at left back. A very strong midfield, I think. Paul Lambert, Jamie Dolan and Billy Davis. A lot of skill, a lot of dig, a lot of effort there. And up front, Burns and Roddy, very quick players that normally wouldn't probably get a run in the side with Tommy Coyne and Dougie Arnott there, but 2 players eager to prove a point.
And the Hearts side also, again, much changed in recent weeks, but some consistency from Saturday. Only 1 change has been made in that starting lineup. That's Hans Eskilsson, preferred to Alan Lawrence up front to support John Robertson. But that apart, it's the team which did so well against Partick Thistle on Saturday. But no Craig Levine, who's in the studio in London, and no Dave McPherson either. And that's a big miss for Hearts.
Yes, a big miss, but more an orthodox 4-4-2 here. John Robertson was saying before the game that the big man Hans Eskilsson is a bit of a handful. He's a big Swede. He likes to get involved, likes to get stuck in, which will take a lot of pressure off John, who's up front on his own a lot of the time and plugging away. But it's a very strong middle 4. Johnson, Smith, Fulton and Miller. A lot of skill there. Left footers and Steve Fulton and Miller, especially on the far post. And he crosses to that far post. He's very, very dangerous in the air.
So the Motherwell mascot waiting to come on here to lead the team out. Chris McCart, the skipper, Scott Howie behind him. And young Gary Locke there, the captain of Hearts, just 20 years old. And replacing Craig Levine and Dave McPherson, who would have been the normal choices for that role. So some tense faces there as the players emerge.
I think John Robertson was telling before the game, isn't we, Robbo, that Gary Locke was up all night really debating whether to call heads or tails the next day when he was made captain. So he takes it very seriously, obviously a big Hearts fan, and 20 years old to be made captain of your team is a big thrill and a big honour for him. But it's difficult sometimes when you lead the team out. You don't know if the other players are going to follow you out of the tunnel. A few Rangers players did that to me once. I ended up going on the pitch on my own, and the Rangers players are 20 yards behind me. So footballers like to have a laugh and a joke and everything else. But it is a very serious state for both clubs, both at the wrong end of the Premier League. But as long as there's a bit of humour, a bit of banter, a bit of crack in the dressing room, you've got a chance.
So the referee for tonight's match, an experienced official from Glasgow, solicitor Willie Young, and he is in charge with the linesman. One grade 1 man in the line is Bobby Orr, and the other linesman Errol Hornstein, also from Glasgow. So you'll see here too evidence of black armbands there, and that reflects sadly the death of the wife of the chairman of Motherwell, Mr. John Chapman. His wife died today after a lengthy illness. So that's the reason for the black armbands tonight. So plenty of noise coming from the supporters, although the stadium by no means filled to capacity. A very impressive stadium, 15,500 capacity, and the mascots are removed from the action, and the real business can commence. And I think the early stage of this match, Terry, could be absolutely crucial.
That's really when both managers have done their team talk. They've had their final say. It's up to the players now, and sometimes, just before kick-off, your fingers are crossed at the manager, so it's down to the players.
So it's Alec Barnes, number 9, and Andy Roddy facing him, preparing to start the match for Motherwell. Motherwell were depending a great deal on their midfield trio of Lambert, Dolan and Davis, on whom so much success has rested in the last year or so. Roddy is very pacey, no one waiting in the middle. That's a good ball across. Support was late in arriving, and John Miller thumps the ball forward. Well, that was very good play by Andy Roddy, and he needed some support inside. With Roddy again linking with Barnes. Stephen McMillan. Indications early in the match that Gilles Rousset, the goalkeeper, prefers to stay in his line. Twice he might have come for the ball, and he stayed on his goal line. Here's Miodrag Krivokapic with Brian Martin, left out of the squad in the national squad, named today for the San Marino match. Billy Davis playing it back, so a 3-5-2 formation for Motherwell. playing against a 4-4-2 for Hearts. Here's Martin. Dvokovic, always a player who sets the tone from the back for the home side. McCart. This is Bonds. Made his debut on the first day of the season in 1993 against Celtic. Scored a goal in a 2-2 draw and looked as though he'd be a fixture, but only played a total of 3 matches from the start that season. Only 12 last season, and something again to make a permanent impression on Alec McLeish. He'll have a chance tonight though. Free kick against Neil Berry. This is Martin. Phillips is well forward on the right hand side of the penalty box. Here's Jamie Dolan. Back from Lambert to Martin. Motherwell showing their customary patience in the build-up. Neat turn there by Barnes.
Just hold it, John.
No one forward there on that far side for Hearts. Plenty of time for Stephen McMillan.
Basically, Hearts really have lined up with a sweeper system. Pascal Bruno playing sweeper, Neil Berry and Paul Ritchie, the 2 markers, and they've got into a bit of a 3-5-2 formation. That wasn't easy for me to say, but they've got into a sweeper system as well.
Interesting departure. Jim Duffy has expressed his preference for the 4-4-2. That's a heavy tackle by Jamie Dolan and Steve Fulton. You know, Fulton was off the field early on Saturday with an injury, and this wouldn't help him.
No, that doesn't help things at all, but Steve Fulton's a very skillful player, lovely left foot, nice to get the ball down, good passer of the ball. That's a bit of a crunching tackle from Jamie Dolan, lucky to probably escape from a caution there.
Arms used by McCart, challenging Eskilsson. Free kick to Hearts.
There's a good challenge there. It's going to be a feature of this game, I think, and Eskilsson's got to really get used to Scottish football. It's all about blood and thunder up here.
John Robertson and Steve Fulton over the free kick. Robertson might fancy this angle. Looked very hard indeed. Dolan was in the way. But in by Johnston. Chance again for Robertson. So here's Barnes running straight into the challenge there, which came from Fulton. So a throw to Motherwell taken quickly, and the build-up begins again. Martin comes forward. He has McMillan outside him. And his 6th first-team start, Steve McMillan, 19-year-old. Back from Davis. It's Lambert. Burns and Roddy staying right up through the middle together. Martin. McMillan again. Well, the remarkable aspect of Motherwell's recent form is that their only victory was against Aberdeen, and that was a very impressive performance indeed. Winning here by 2-1, and looking very good indeed on that occasion. That's a deep turn by Barnes. Is it Roddy to his left? This is Roddy with a chance. Couldn't have been closer. Well, the striking partnership looking very promising indeed. Andy Roddy sharp and quick there with a shot.
This is good play by Alex Burns. Goes across the face of the Hearts defence. Slips a lovely ball here. Lovely first touch by Andy Roddy. Finish not quite matching that first touch just over the bar. But once again, we've seen great skill by these front 2. Not in the team on a regular basis, but showing a lot of appetite, a lot of pace, a lot of skill. That one just going over the bar. But a good start for Motherwell. I've been impressed by these 2 so far. They've linked very well. They've run very well. Showed a bit of aggression, held the ball up, and I think the Hearts back 3, especially Pascal Bruno, are in for a tough night.
Dvokovic starting a build-up again from the back. This is normal Motherwell passing play. They're very patient normally, resisting temptations to play the ball back to front. 2 small strikers, of course, they won't get much joy in the air against Berry, Bruno and Ritchie. Lambert's pass cut up well by Gary Locke. Here's Locke again. Across with Alan Johnston. He's the man with the slick footwork to take on players. Robertson. Here's Paul Smith. Good run again by Smith to receive that from Locke. Eskilsson beaten to the ball by Martin. That was good defending. Here's John Miller. Fulton stumbled there under pressure from Roddy. And now it's Dolan in the centre of midfield for Motherwell. Dolan again supporting McMillan. Good dummy again by Lambert, linking with Roddy. Here's Roddy again. Now Burns. Well, some very lively play up front coming from Motherwell early on. By Martin. McMillan's pass and the layoff attempted by Burns. Well, early stages indicating that there will be some problems for the Hearts defence in this young pair.
Yeah, I think Burns in particular, you're quite right in what you say. They can't hit the long ball up to these two small players. What they're doing is playing the ball on the ground. It gives them a chance to step over the ball, as Paul Lambert did there, to play like a sort of dummy 1-2. But they're getting the ball in front of this Hearts back three. If they can get possession into dangerous areas like just in front of the penalty area, then they have a chance of 1-2s and shots and everything else. So a very encouraging start for Motherwell.
Juranovic forced to play this. He wanted to let it run for the goal kick, but it hadn't enough pace. Still wants to play a pass from there. Miodrag Livakovic. Forced though to concede a throw. John Miller with a throw, capable of a long one, but the movement is all short. Good marking by Motherwell. So it came off Ritchie, throw to Motherwell, and space again for Dolan to create from the centre of midfield. That's another good pass using the pace there on the far side. McMillan and Roddy racing for the same ball. And very good defensive work done by Gary Locke. Bad tackle there on the recovery by Roddy on Locke.
Gary Locke feeling the pain of that tackle. That was a particularly nasty tackle. I don't think Roddy could really win that ball back and just clip the heels of Gary Locke after a great piece of defensive play by Gary Locke in between two players, coming away with the ball and had his ankles clipped. And hopefully that's nothing serious and he's up on his feet. But that could have been a little bit nasty. So I mean, am I being wrong here, Joe? But if a defender had done that to centre forward, it could have been booked for that.
Certainly an argument for that. It was a bad rash tackle by Roddy.
But then I'm
excused perhaps by being forward.
Yeah. But then I'm slightly biased as a defender.
Fulton's pass. Locke has made a recovery. John Phillip letting that run for the Motherwell throw. But certainly the encouragement and attack has come from that Motherwell striking pair up front. Hans Eskilsson on the other hand hasn't too many chances to link with John Robertson yet. Dolan inviting a chase here. Bruno under pressure from Roddy. That's great play by Bruno. Full of confidence. Both supporters start the chant of Bruno. So he's made an early impact. Space over on the far side filled by Brian Martin. Brian Martin certainly served his apprenticeship before coming here. And for a long time in a series of clubs. Here's Livakovic, loves to come forward like this. Doesn't do it so often these days now that he's 36 years old. Chase on here, Eskilsson with McCart. And the problem solved by Scott Howie. Enjoying a very good sustained run on his side. This is his 16th consecutive match for Motherwell. It was a very tricky start in the first team after arriving from Norwich City. Now Philibin. Movement over again by Burns. He's followed by Ritchie. Corner kicks came into Motherwell. Alec Burns putting Paul Ritchie under some pressure there. Gilles Rousset in the Hearts goal may have some work to do here.
I wonder what price Alec Burns is to score tonight. The way he started off like a house on fire, and it's going to be a constant thorn in the Hearts' defence, whether it be through the middle or in a flank position.
Martin makes the run into the danger area. Came off the head of Paul Smith, helped away by Eskilsson. Here's Lambert. Dolan's angled cross. And John Miller very good in the air. Always going to win that one. Returned by Philibin. Oh, Dolan. Oh, that's good play by Dolan. Making space for himself. The bounce of the ball beats Eskilsson and Martin. Johnston to Fulton. This is Locke. Johnston's cross, long and deep, and too long for John Miller. Well, John Miller's heading prowess, well known by teammates and opponents alike. Very good scoring rate he has, the midfield man.
That's the ball that could kill Motherwell, really, that ball to the far post. John Philibin's good in the air, but in that case the ball well overhit, too far overhit. But any ball that's in the air, we've seen John Miller, we've seen it on Sky Sports, John Miller come in, especially in the far post against Rangers, and score goals, score crucial goals there. Any ball that's in and around on top of the defender, for a defender it's very hard to clear the ball, but John Miller coming in behind them, that could be one of Hearts' main threats tonight.
Well, his pass goes astray. Here's Davis. Good forceful play by Billy Davis, and stopped in his tracks in the end by Ritchie. Space on the right now for Locke. He has Alan Johnston ahead of him on the line. Eskilsson drops off deep. Big temptation here to hit Hans Eskilsson with high balls through the middle. Burley, big figure. The throw goes to Hearts. Gary Locke, under 21 international. Young man with a very big future potentially. Derry first to the ball ahead of Roddy. Retrieved here by Locke. Strong challenge by Martin and Robertson. John Miller the target. And doing a bit of climbing there on the shoulders of Philibin. Philibin clearly has been given the task of looking after John Miller whenever these cross balls come in.
It's going to be a hard job for John Philibin tonight. That sort of ball just going away from the danger area, but John Philibin able to attack the ball. The referee quite rightly saying John Miller fouled him, but he's going to have his work cut out tonight, John Philibin. It'll be interesting to see how he does cope with those long balls onto the far post. But I think the police got a lot of faith in him. He is a very good defender, good experienced defender, and if he can nullify John Miller, he will have done a good job for his team.
So the free kick for that challenge from the back by Neil Berry. Dolan waiting for Chris McCart, the captain, to make his way into the penalty box. He joins the attack now. Dolan towards Roddy. Good header inside. Awkward there. A slice clearance, and Rousset did well. The apology offered to him by Pascal Bruno, who made the mistake. Bruno's slice clearance.
It's a good header back across here. The slice clearance coming in now, and he should be able to catch that easy. He's 7'10", isn't he?
Bruno with Miller. Pistoled out of that. Pasquale Bruno. And it's a throw to Motherwell. Italian international. Philibin's throw. Lambert. Space again on the far side for McMillan. McMillan again. Martin forward. McMillan to Dolan. Motherwell like to play passes, possession, look for the opening. Here's McMillan again. Natural left-sided player. Martin behind him. Lambert trying to find space in the midfield. This is Dolan. Well, no progress made, but possession retained, and that's frustrating for Hearts. Burns with a dummy. Well, would have been good in the training ground, that one, but Andy Roddy was on his heels. Good header back by Martin. Had to get there. Eskilsson going in behind him. Difficult one for Davies to control, coming at him so quickly from Philipin. That's a good tackle by Roddy. Important job that for the front two to occupy the Hearts defenders even when they have possession. Headed away there by Philipin. John Philipin playing wide on the right-hand side of the midfield. A central defender by nature. Been a great servant for 9 years for Motherwell. Smith to Miller. Well taken by Lambert. Late challenge by Eskilsson. Philipin made light of that, to his credit. The Swedish player offers the apology.
Yeah, I think it just comes in a little bit later. The studs were kept down, actually. I think Eskilsson kept the studs down. John Philipin just got up and walked away. I think had that been abroad somewhere, I think we might have seen a yellow card, possibly even a stretcher. Because I think certain players would just fall over and love to get other players booked in that incident. But John Philipin just got up and walked away.
Eskilsson on his own up front at the moment. Supported now by Robertson on the right. There's Locke. Simpson very much the man entrusted with the task of creating and opening up the Motherwell defence, rolling straight into Dolan. Now Burns in a race here with Ritchie. Young defender does well. Strong challenge made by Philipin. The early ball played in by Lambert, and Berry had a problem with that. Kept in by Ritchie. Philipin's cross, a good one. It was well won by Berry. Dolan. Well, Jamie Dolan gets into some very good shooting positions. Hasn't opened his account this season yet.
Well worth a try there from about 30 yards out, well over the bar. Rousset had no problems in seeing that one go over the bar, but both teams cancelling each other out at the moment. Jamie Dolan really the hub of the scene in the midfield area. That's where the battles are being fought at the moment. That's where most of the possession is being played. But I'm sure I think McLeish should be just concerned that the front two have just dried up. The ammunition to the front two, the supply to the front two just dried up a little bit compared to the first 5 or 10 minutes of the match, and he'll be anxious to get that ball up to the front end to try and turn this Hearts back three.
This is Burns. Now Lambert. Won a corner. Came off Paul Ritchie. Paul Lambert made his international debut for Scotland in Japan in the summer. 2 caps he has. Host on the 21 caps. Mother will tend to go for these unswinging corner kicks. Billy Davis is over the ball here. Chris McCarthy and Brian Martin making runs from the edge of the penalty area. This is Lambert again. Offered support by Dolan. Motherwell forced to go back here to retain possession. Never unhappy about that. This is Davis. Shooting chance. Well tackled by Smith. Excellent tackle. They used to be teammates at the firm, these two, Paul Smith and Billy Davis.
Just keep it.
Robertson's pass finds Smith in the centre of midfield. Locke putting the pressure immediately there. Davis. Safety first from Locke, and here's Gilles Rousset. Played for Lyon, Marseille and Rennes in France. little more activity in the Hearts half, Terry, but still not too much sign of a breakthrough after that opening 5-minute burst.
No, I mean, if I look at the actual possession that's been played by both sides, you probably find as even Stevens. It's a good flurry from Motherwell at the start of the game. Good bit of possession. They have kept the ball well, but without getting anywhere. And I think both lineups, both sweeper systems have cancelled each other out so far.
Here's Fulton. Lock working that right flank for Hearts. Good pass. Here's Johnston. Hearts want Johnston in advanced areas. Miller trying a pass through Sean Phillippen. Paul Smith put under pressure by Jamie Dolan. That's great play by Dolan. Terrific footwork. Roddy breaks on the far side. Berry's across there. Andy Roddy, a left winger by nature. £150,000 he cost from Aberdeen. Alec McLeish knew him very well. Again, a shortage of Motherwell players in the penalty box there. Krivokapic. Calm and unflurried. Now Davis. I'll leave a movement through the inside left channel. Especially when Paul Lambert, who's going to cross that far side. Lambert certainly offering a lot of movement in the midfield for Motherwell. Normally plays on the right-hand side of the central three.
He's on the left-hand side. Billy Davis is the one that's making the forward runs, and JB Dolan is the anchor man sitting in that midfield area. It's just holding the play, holding the position. But it's a case when the ball went through to Andy Roddy on the left-hand side. It was really a case of get that ball into the box as quick as you can without a bit of thought about getting control of the ball in a very, very good position. Sometimes we as British players are too hurried to get the ball into the box, really, with no accuracy.
Oh, Chris McCart there penalised for using an arm as he challenged for the ball. An opportunity here for Hearts with Ritchie in the penalty area. He's the target. Bruno's header. John Miller guilty of handball. Free kick to Motherwell. Well, the possession going Motherwell's way, quite markedly so. Certainly been in the Hearts half more often than the other way around. There's Barnes, he's very nimble. Taking on Berry, he's inside the penalty box, supported well by McMillan, and that's very good backtracking work by Locke. He thought it should have been a goal kick.
Well, that was great play by Gary Locke coming in for the challenge here. I thought that was a goal kick, but the one man that matters, Mr. Young, thought it was a corner, and a corner to Motherwell. But great play. I've been very impressed by this player so far. He started the game off very, very well.
The post corner, won easily there by Paul Smith. It came from Lambert. This is Davis. Looking for Chris McCart. He's well beaten by Ritchie. Good defending by the young man from Hearts. And it's Alan Johnston now, who has a roving commission in his midfield. Calmly away by Howie. Davis settles for a throw, breaking off Gary Locke. Bit of mutual respect being shown here, Terry, both these sides. Hearts matching up in this 3-5-2, surprisingly.
Yeah, I think they did very well. The shape's very good. They're very good movement at the back. Pascal Bruno is obviously speaking good Scottish to his teammates, but it's sad really. Motherwell, Hearts had a good chance to get the free kick into the box and fouled with a bad delivery, and also Motherwell had a chance to get a ball into the box and fouled with a very bad corner as well. It's frustrating for managers. Managers are really on the edge of their seats now. They've had bad runs. Jim Jeffries and Alec McLeish. They're the sort of instances when they want to get good service into the box. You want to get people, on the end of things so that they can score goals, and the delivery and flight of the free kicks and corners doesn't match the actual situation that they're in.
Good goalkeeping there by Scott Howie. Miodrag Krivokapic showing his confidence in the young keeper, with John Robertson closing in so rapidly. Exchange of passes at the back again. Familiar style from Motherwell. Krivokapic wants someone coming short. Lodi obliges. about McMillan breaking on the left. See, McMillan hasn't any advantage in terms of pace over Gary Locke. McMillan again determined in that challenge on Johnston. The action area is confirming that there's been more play in the Hearts half.
Go on, John.
To Philippine. Now Dolan, the sitter in midfield for Motherwell. Davis under pressure from Johnston. Martin. Lambert. Good recovery work there by Berry. A great servant he's been to Hearts. From Bolton Wanderers in 1984. Well won by Eskilsson from Krivakovic. Good recovery by Martin. Eskilsson in space, taking the pass from Johnston. Eskilsson taking on Krivakovic. And John Philippin knocks the ball to safety there. Insisting it was a throw, not a corner. The referee agrees. This is Barnes testing the pace of Ritchie, which wasn't found wanting. John Miller looks for movement. The upper under, very unusual for Motherwell. Bruno unruffled. Now Dolan. This is Roddy. Ritchie careful in play, only for the benefit of Motherwell. Here's Philippin. Lambert in the area. Bums trying to hold off Bruno. Martin did well against Eskilsson. Blocked by Fulton for a throw to Motherwell. And Motherwell still pushing for this breakthrough. Carrying a more consistent minutes at this stage of the match. Roddy's given away. Picked up by Fulton. Martin quickly in ahead of Robertson. Now a bit of space for Gary Locke. Goes down rapidly by Lambert. Good first touch there by McMillan. Dolan seeing a lot of the ball in the centre of midfield. Here's Davis. McMillan again taking up good position on that left-hand side. That's good play by McMillan. No real power in the shot in the end, but showing growing confidence, the young man.
Can't do his confidence a lot of good. Come on his right foot. Good shot in there. Nutmegs Neil Berry, but the big frame. Bruce getting across smothering it quite easy. But good confidence to be had from that incident from McMillan. Got onto the ball. Good pass from Billy Davis very well. He's coming forward. He's pushing Gary Locke further back and back. Whereas in the start of the game, Gary Locke was the one that was pushing up on the right-hand side.
That's good play from Philippin. Finding Dolan. Movement offered by Barnes. Pass overhit. Johnston, Skilson. Chance on here for Roddy. He's in behind Berry. Well, attempting to lob over the big keeper, not an easy task at any time, but under pressure from Berry, virtually impossible. The Frenchman in goal, untroubled.
It's got to be a really good lob to get over the top of this one, and long ball coming through there, gets on the end of it, just heads the ball up in the air a little bit there, doesn't come down as much as he'd liked, and I know the keeper's big, but he's not that big to get over the top of him. But good anticipation here, good header there, just not quite right. Didn't drop down as far as he would like. Probably would have been better to have blasted it at the big Frenchman, but instead tried to lob him. Consequently, it went 20 foot over the bar. But Andy Roddy's had the two best opportunities of the match so far.
Davis playing out into the corner again for Barnes to chase. Berry across diligently again. question, though, that the Hearts defenders are being asked to work harder than their Motherwell counterparts at this stage in the match. Barnes to McMillan. Here's Lambert. An offside decision. Flag up on the near side. Motherwell's progress halted there.
Motherwell still trying to pass the ball. I mean, the crowd underneath us are shouting, get it forward, and that's the sort of British type comment you expect now. You get the ball forward without much accuracy, get it just pump it up and everything else and hope for the best. But Motherwell, to their credit, and despite the fact that they've had a bad run lately, they're still trying to pass the ball and bring the ball out of defence and get their wide men going. And with these two strikers, Burns and Roddy up front, they've got a chance of getting into the channels left by the vacant fullbacks in a sweeper system. And as you say, the Hearts back three have had to work really hard to try and curb this pace and aggression shown by the Motherwell front two.
McMillan's clearance, forcing Berry into the header. This is Paul Lambert. Good wall pass. Davis. McMillan. Barnes in good position ahead. Skillful player, keeps possession well. Good play from Howie. Now McCart to Dolan. McCart again. McCart and Dolan, two of the long-serving Motherwell men. That's good play. Lambert looking for the turn pass from Roddy. Good defensive work by Miller. Very intelligent defending there.
Once again, Paul Lambert letting the ball run. There he goes for the 1-2. Lovely little lofted ball in there, but who's that man coming? The man we said would be a threat for Hearts in the opposite penalty area. Comes back to save him in his own.
Martin showing too much of that to Paul Smith. This is Gary Locke. Eskilsson. Martin forward. Free kick clearly there. Steve Fulton pulling over Billy Davis. Former Celtic and Bolton Wanderers man.
Former Celtic and Rangers players there, and Celtic player pulls a former Rangers player down. But it's one of those things. Billy Davis with a good bit of skill, good bit of footwork, had just gone ahead of Steve Fulton, who pulls him down. A chance for Motherwell to flight a good ball into this Hearts penalty area.
Put in by Dolan. That's McCart. Causing problems in the penalty box there. Turned by Phillip, and there's no offside here. Roddy beating the ball by Bruno. That's Martin. Bruno's acrobatic clearance. That's good play by McMillan. And an excellent tackle by Brett. Robertson. Fulton. Johnston. Better play from Hearts. This is Miller. And Johnston wanted the ball back. Pass back came from Davis. Bruno put under pressure here by Barnes. Richie's header collected by Roddy. It'll be a throw to Hearts, carrying the ball over. Lock to Johnston. Robertson, Johnston. Stumble giving possession to Brian Martin from Motherwell. This is Lambert, supported by Davis. Lambert again. Trying to lift that over for the running figure of Davis. Good covering play by Krivokapic. Oh. Well, he's very much a favourite here. The 36-year-old. Chant is Mio drag Krivokapic. Plenty of movement from Roddy and Barnes, but both going in the same direction that time. Both heading for the left. Mio drag Krivokapic. With the Red Star Belgrade.
You watch this, he must have a red cape on. There's a ball coming in somewhere. Just bit of an ole there, I think it was. Just see your hands and get us a bobble on the way out.
Push again there, but given against Chris McCart. Well, he's explaining himself to referee Young. He certainly has been very fussy about these aerial challenges, the referee. Chris McCart, a mild-mannered man normally. Clearly upset about that. Even more upset if Hearts can cash in with his free kick. Fulton had a lot of dig in his left foot. And the wall stood up to that very well indeed. Was struck by Fulton. Berry to Bruno. Lock. A hurried return by Miller though. Push this time by Smith. The referee's made something of a rod for his own back here, Terry. They're fussy with these aerial challenges. Everyone now likely with a free kick.
Well, I think he's been right on quite a few occasions.
That's Burns. Well matched by Ritchie. Well taken down by Dolan. Going straight into Paul Smith. Ex-Motherwell player too, Smith. Good running by Johnston. McMillan's with him all the way though. Calm defending by the 19-year-old once again. Scott Harry apologising there for the clearance. That's Fulton. Suddenly straight into Lambert. Good link-up play, Dolan and Lambert. Burns makes a run, making space in the right for Philippin. Oh, a very difficult header that by Alec Burns, attempted there. Scarlett Bruno has a quick word in the passing.
Yeah, I think John Philippin meant to put this to the far post, but hits the near post, and I think Alec Burns just tried to let the ball glance off his head here, just to see him try to turn his head, and he got too much of a thick head on that when the ball ended up quite a way wide. But you know, one of these sort of balls into the boxes behind defenders can't get onto it, and any kind of flick then from Alec Burns rather than an actual header on target probably could have gone across the face of the goal and could have caused Hearts a lot more danger than they actually did.
Johnston there challenging Brian Martin. Attempts at goal, all one-sided at the moment. 5-0 to Motherwell and none on target. Well, that tells the story.
Well, Andy Roddy's had two of the best chances, one the lob and one the actual shot from a good Alex Burns pass, and had one of those gone in, I think we've probably seen a much more open game. It's been pretty open so far, both teams trying to play a lot of football, both teams trying to get the ball down and play the ball into the striker's feet, but I think the systems themselves have been well matched by the managers. I wouldn't say it's a cautious system. I mean, if you're playing three at the back, you're pushing your fullbacks wide, so you're pushing an extra man into midfield, but both systems have just cancelled each other out.
Martin's header was Dolan. Has been impressive in midfield for Motherwell so far. And that beyond the defenders, I think. Bruno provides the depth.
Easy.
Bombs in a hurry. Here's Lambert. Fouled there by John Miller. It's a free kick to Motherwell. The whistle is to bring John Miller fully 10 yards back. McCart again in the penalty area. This time Brian Martin has stayed back. Lambert's cross. One again by Locke this time for Hearts. Well, we're trying to chest that down in a crowded area. Not much chance of retaining possession there. Krivokovic. Martin. Dolan. Patient effort play from defence. Space for McMillan. Good effort of the turn by Burns. Little dummy ahead of him by Andy Roddy, gave him the chance.
Lovely play on the left-hand side. Good ball in by McMillan. One dummy there. Good little touch there. Lovely strike left-footed by Alex Burns. This ball there just away from defenders. They can't react to it. One dummy there. Snapshot. Well saved by Russo. Comfortable save for the big man, but just proves that any ball into the box, whether it be low, whether it be high, can cause teams problems. And with a bit of pace on especially, they can cause defenders just can't get to the ball. Simple as that. When you've got small strikers, you're able to pivot on the eye of the needle, really. They can have snap shots.
And Gary Locke, that's a fine save by Scott Howie. Well, after 40 minutes of no shots on target, we had 2 great efforts.
Yeah, we talked the snapshots. This really was a snapshot at the top drawer, and a good save by Scott Howie. That one might have tested the rigging, I think. That was a great left foot shot, and it's probably his weaker foot. But he's playing the captain's role, I think, Gary Locke. He's having a fine match so far, and that's the first effort really from Hearts, and it's come from their best player.
Eskilsson beaten to that by McCart. Burns back defending. Long chase on here. Andy Roddy putting pressure on Neil Berry. Great play there by Roddy. The foul goes against Neil Berry. Well, Andy Roddy ran fully 50 yards there, a bit pressure on the defender.
I think Neil Berry's quote then, if you could read his lips, he didn't know he was there, and I think he was very surprised to see Andy Roddy come up and pressurise him so quick, and the look on his face, I didn't know he was there. Didn't get a shout from his teammates. He's giving away a free kick in a very, very dangerous situation.
Here's Lambert now with a free kick from Motherwell. And again, the header attempted by Roddy. Well, he's been dangerous up front, all right, alongside Alec Burns.
He's had some good efforts off target, really. Here again, they don't really flight the ball to the far post. It's driven near post, a bit of space, and then a bit of a guarded header. It's a bit of a better chance than Alec Burns had when he put the header well wide. But a sort of glance, a sort of like fine touch on that one is really what Motherwell are looking for. But they do fire balls in with pace and at that near post.
So there's more terrific action coming up on Sky Sports. Brentford against Farnborough in the FA Cup on Saturday at 6 o'clock. And York City against Notts County on Sunday. And followed up by Wickham against Gillingham on Monday. So a cool weekend of great action. Tough action from south of the border. Alec Burns! The forwards warming to the task now.
Well, the forward started the first half well, and they're finishing the first half very well. Good positive shot chance, a bit of space to run at the Hearts defence, picked the ball up from quite a deep position, went past one player, and then tried his luck. And why not? I mean, he's provided the opportunities really for Andy Roddy. He should really have a go himself, and he's done that.
Header on by John Miller. Miller up again. Krivokovic. Good chest control from Lambert. Fouled by Paul Smith. No argument about that. So they'll keep the ball rolling. And a foul there committed by Neil Berry. The aerial challenge again penalised by referee Young. Andy Roddy was the Motherwell player involved. Berry can't believe that.
The other ball coming up here. Neil Berry just gets that right arm up. See the right arm there, just pushing him down. And some players get away with that, some players don't. And in this case, Neil Berry's giving away a dangerous free kick, fully just on the arc there. We're looking at a good comfortable distance. Billy Davis can turn this one round. Jamie Dolan can smash it.
Could be Billy Davis, could be Paul Lambert. It's Lambert. All standing up there also. Vicious effort there by Stephen Miller. Didn't get a hold of it properly. And both sides stepping up their attempts to make an impact before half-time. Steve McMillan's effort.
I think it's going to take something to really beat this big keeper. Anything either side of him has got to be about 10 foot away from him, I think, before you have a chance to score. And that sort of ball was well struck to hit the wall. And
well, the half-time whistle, and Alec Burns coming closest there for Motherwell just before half-time with that fine left-foot volley. Gary Locke also producing a terrific effort, the best of the first half for Hearts, but still no real problems for the goalkeepers apart from these two efforts, and it's an all square at half-time. Motherwell 0, Hearts 0.
Especially for Motherwell, is that at least I try to turn people, commit them, and take the responsibility of having a shot at goal. And we've seen only one attempt from Hearts so far, young Gary Locke, playing a captain's part and playing well. But Motherwell looked the team most likely to score. They've had 9 attempts and Hearts have had 1. You know, that tells you something straight away. If you've had 1 attempt, you're not doing what you should be doing.
OK, let's go back to Fir Park and join our commentary team this evening, Terry Butcher and Jock Brown.
Thank you, Richard. Yes, the sides reappearing for the second half. They've played once already this season at Tynecastle and a 1-1 draw. Goals scored by David Hagan, who's now with Falkirk, and Dougie Arnott, who's watching this injured in the stand below us. So referee Willie Young checking carefully the starting time. John Robertson, who had a thin time of it in the first half, didn't get much involvement in the play. Very carefully marked. Hans Eskilsson beside him. The new striking partnership for Hearts. Well, the referee there blew the whistle. The Hearts players didn't play the ball because Alec Burns had encroached into the centre circle. An unusual start, and Steve Fulton playing a long ball, looking for Robertson, not getting much change out of Brian Martin, especially when the ball's in the air. So Motherwell dominating the first half in terms of possession and territorially. Not showing the kind of accuracy in front of goal that will be required to get the ball beyond Gilles Rousset in the Hearts goal. Dramatic dive there by Eskilsson. The referee not interested, but hasn't spoken to the player yet. And a good covering play again by John Miller. He's performed very well in that left back role. Big Marine making the point. You'd like to see Locke and Miller pushing forward more on the flanks. They've been pushed back though by Motherwell. Runs with a pass to Lambert. Well, a very good save there by Gilles Rousset. A thundering cross by Lambert.
Lovely play by Burns to Lambert. He fires it across the goal. The goalkeeper really can't hold it. He uses that big frame to push it wide, and as a result, Motherwell have got a free kick and a chance to whip a ball into the box again.
So free kick to Motherwell. Billy Davies takes it. Dale Berry on his own in the far post. He wasn't to know. He had no Motherwell player competing. Really trying to chest that down almost.
Well, I think the goalkeeper was shouting away because at the end of the day he wasn't too sure what was going behind him.
Maybe he's saying that in French, Terry.
Well, he was saying something in French, but I think they had the gist of away and a chance for them to regroup and clear this corner.
Davis flights it in, the near post ball. One again by Miller. That's Philibin. Now Burns. Back with Davis. Lambert. There's no offside here. Chance for Roddy. He started the match with a golden opportunity. He started the second half the same way.
Well, lovely ball to the far post. You can see quite clearly he's onside. Meets it on the half volley. Unlucky to see that go about 6 or 7 yards wide. But Andy Roddy's had the 3 best chances of the match. This one here just coming across, just bounces in front of him, can't keep it down, and puts it wide of the far post. He could have had a hat-trick already, and it's the sort of start that Alan McLeish would have wanted from his players. It's the sort of start they had in the first half. Doesn't show much emotion, Big Eckersley on the sidelines, but they'll be churning up inside. He'll be disappointed that they've had the 3 good chances in the game and they haven't scored yet. And there's always that thought that if Hearts get one of those chances, they could possibly put it in the back of the net. So they'll be quite happy the way things are going now, making chances, Motherwell.
Yeah, Roddy again. Put it back firmly by Ritchie. Not lucky there, Andy Roddy. Had he pulled it further back, Chris McCart was winning with a headed chance.
I was going to a striker to pull it back. He must be joking when he's only about 6 yards out. Any striker, especially like Alan McCoy and Andy Walker, even Charlie Nichols back in the studios would never have passed it in and tried a shot on goal, I think.
Ivanovic with a header. Shot from by Philibin to Lambert. Very tight in there. It was good possession play by Motherwell. Breaks down Owen Dolan. Good running by Fulton. Strong play. Good tackle in the end. It came from Krivokapic. This is John Philibin. Well, he had to judge that properly. Roddy going in behind him. Smith did well. Fulton is space. Now Locke. Eskils has made the run across to the right. He almost got that past Martin. throw to Hearts. Eskilsson showing lots of energy up front for Hearts. Neat turn by Johnston. Clearance comes off Robertson from Philipin. Here's Lambert. He's having a good match, Paul Lambert. Burns. Well tackled by Ritchie. Oh, Ritchie with the advantage of standing off him with a yard and a half and unable to make the tackle.
Yes, Paul Ritchie's done very well. The whole the Hearts back three have done very well. Neil Berry's had a very good game, but they've had to because of good service to the front men and the way that Roddy and Burns in particular started the first half, finished the first half and started the second. Started very, very positively.
Chase here by Robertson. Ivanovic. With a touch there. He's had to play the ball in the end. They wanted to run for a goal kick. And Motherwell have the throw. Hans Eskilsson has a few words to say there to the linesman. Can't think why. Roddy beaten by Berry. Well taken down by Dolan. That's for Roddy again to challenge Berry. That's awkward. Well taken down by Martin. Dolan has Lambert again in space. Good touch there by Lambert. Checking away from Bruno. Excellent play. Played in first time by Philipin. Too high for Barnes. Turned away by Gary Locke. That's a delightful play in the middle of the field by Paul Lambert. Look at this. Tackle came from Fulton. Well, Paul Lambert played in the cup final when he was 17 years old for St Mirren, the winning side. Man of immense promise, who's never quite been fully fulfilled, Terry.
No, but he's showing a very good start to the second half. He likes to get forward on the ball, likes to get shots and likes to get crosses in. He's had a lot of touches of the ball, a lot of possession so far, so he'll be quite pleased with his contribution so far into the second half.
Martin forward, the challenge at the edge of the area was by Ritchie. That's Philipin. Here's Philipin again, Motherwell keeping the pressure on. Neil Berry working hard. Difficult pass that, played by Paul Smith for Locke. It's another throw to Motherwell. Pinning Hearts back now. Start of the second half. Bruno's header. Dolan couldn't control that. Robertson turning into Dolan, looking for a free kick in vain. Ritchie to Fulton. Robertson with the layoff for Eskilsson. Support from Miller. Robertson is onside, so was Eskilsson. Motherwell, they're looking towards the linesman. They thought there should have been a flag up. Ritchie again timing the challenge well. So McCart to Martin. Davis drops off short to take the pass. Well, Roddy's been doing that manoeuvre frequently in the match. He now has space on the left-hand side. Good ball in. And a great save by Rousset. Paul Lambert can't believe that.
I can't believe it either, Jock, to be honest. A lovely play by Andy Roddy on the left-hand side. Good head control there. Gary Locke can't get back. Good ball into the box and met him the first time volley. And straight down the throat of Rousset. With great save, a lovely ball in. This deserved the goal. The quality of the ball in, quality of the contact, and then a great save. And Paul Lambert ends up in the back of the net where he wishes past it.
Well, as a fourth goalkeeper, Jim Jeffries has used this season Gilles Rousset. He enjoyed that. You can tell on the smile. Smiling to the dugout there. Henry Smith, Craig Nelson, Gary O'Connor have all been tried and discarded by Jim Jeffries. But this man, clearly, making himself a hero for the Hearts supporters. Away by Martin. They will clear the area quickly. This is Neil Berry. Now Bruno. Berry again. Eskilsson with Martin. Krivovic taking no chances at all, and asking a bit of Scott Howie in goal. Tackle came from Berry on Roddy. Good natural left side of Andy Roddy, effective there in that move a moment ago, setting up the cross for Lambert. McCart to Phillippin. Dolan's free in the centre. Missed out though by McCart. Johnston with Lambert. Now Walker been calling for the ball for some time. Bruno forward. This is Ryan Martin. Krivovic commands things at the back, demands the ball. This is Dolan. Now Davis. Roddy's free on the left. He's offside. Well, he had the chance to look along the line there, Andy Roddy. He's still cut out.
Yeah, good angle here, right across the line there. The linesman might have been a bit close for that one, but he put his flag up nevertheless. Andy Roddy really should have made sure he was onside, and he was in a great opportunity, great position to get the ball into the box. Alex Burns was there. It's interesting that Motherwell have really started the second half off very well. Paul Lambert's gone to the right-hand side of the three in midfield, Billy Davis to the left-hand side, and he's got more possession, got more of the ball, and had more chances. In fact, had the best chance of the game from only like 2 or 3 yards, but great save by Rousset. But that switch, I think, has really reaped, Alex McLeish is reaping rewards from that switch, and Paul Lambert's getting onto the ball a lot more.
So here's Paul Smith now for Hearts. Just signed from McCartney last week. Good reception made there by Poulton. This is Johnston. On the far side, Robertson has found space. Eskilsson's in the area, but that's not a problem for a Motherwell defence. Apology offered there by John Robertson for Hans Eskilsson, named in the Scotland squad for San Marino next week, yesterday. Well, there's Gilles Rousset, who kept Hearts on level terms with this inspired save.
Great ball to the far post by Andy Roddy. One bounce here, Paul Lambert comes in, right foot volley, and there's Rousset spreading that giant frame of his across the goal, holding on to the ball as well as making the great save.
There's Bruno, fouled by McMillan. No question about that, being a free kick. Bruno's free kick. Eskilsson with his head to that. There's plenty of time here for John Phillippin. Now Lambert. Neat sidestep again. Pass swerving away from Stephen Millen. That's why he allowed Locke to take possession. Pressure play from midfield. And Motherwell, it's paid off. Possession again with McMillan. Dolan. There's a call on the far side from Phillippin. Davis comes short. Lambert to Dolan. Burns. Davis. Checks back in his stronger foot, the left. This is John Phillippin. Driven cross. Lambert and Roddy couldn't get to the end of that. Great driven cross by John Phillippin.
Motherwell like to drive fast balls across the area, and just the pace of that ball really, I think, took Lambert and Roddy by mistake, by surprise really. The ball coming across, flashing off the surface, and the ball's in behind the Hearts defence. The Hearts back three really have caused them problems, and Motherwell really started the second half off like a runaway train really, and you can't see Hearts getting back into this. Hearts really can't get out their own half.
Once again, a free kick for an aerial challenge, this time by John Miller on Phillippin. McCart. Phillippin takes over. Back with Lambert. Lambert and Dolan and Davis, so influential now in the match, taking over the middle of the field.
Back here.
McMillan, Davis, Dolan again. Phillippin at full stretch there against Miller. That's well won by Dolan. So determined in the tackle against Eskilsson. Now Phillippin. Clearance by Ritchie. Eskelson penalised for his attentions there on Dolan. Lambert to Barnes. Bad control there. Motherwell collecting all the loose balls now. Davis towards Roddy. It's a very good tackle by McMillan, but he took a hefty knock. So too did Gary Locke. Well, both players here in trouble. It was a very hefty collision. There's certainly nothing wrong with it. McMillan played the ball quite cleanly.
It's one of those meaty challenges, wasn't it? Both players committed to the challenge, and Steve McMillan won the ball very firmly and cannoned through onto Gary Locke. It's one of those accidental clashes that happen a lot when players are fully committed to winning the tackle. Here we go again. Look, McMillan coming in, Gary Locke trying to dink the ball down the line, and both players clashing. But they should be okay. Bit of treatment, bit of a cold sponge and cold spray. Good job it wasn't further down his groin, because that cold spray could cause you a few problems, I think.
Both players requiring attention. Alan Ray is the Hearts physio, working on Gary Locke. John Porteous looking after Steve McMillan. Well, it should be started with a throw to Hearts without any need to return the ball either. Oh, the referee giving a drop ball here, I think. Seemed to be a throw-in. Well, indeed it is a throw, but it looked as though it might have gone to Hearts. The referee's decision is made, though. This is Dolan. Here's Lambert. Well, worrying about what does he do with the pass before they control the ball.
Well, Hart's got to throw it over the other side of the pitch instead of the near side, but in them situations, a bit of a grey area really when both players go down injured. Do players throw it to the opposition? Do they just have a drop ball or whatever? You know, at the end of the day, the referee doesn't really know what to do himself.
With Jamie Dolan taking a good pass from Philippin. Here's Barnes. There was a handball there, but the advantage rule applied. That's McMillan. The loop cross, and once again it was Paul Lambert threatening, and John Miller with a saving header.
Well, Craig Levine was right, really. John Miller's done a lot of work in his own penalty area here, having to force a good saving header then back into his own penalty area from a great ball across the box.
Davis with the corner kick. Rousset with the punch out. Davis kept himself onside there. That's Alan Johnston. Fulton towards Eskelson. Lambert won it. Trying to find a way through that crowded area. McMillan with the signal there from Roddy. Dummy again from Barnes, this time not coming off. In fact, the Hearts defenders seem to be aware of that now. Good covering play by Krivokapic. Into space for McMillan. He was fouled by Eskelson. Held back there. And the referees come straight across here to Jim Jeffries. Jim Jeffries and Billy Brown, the management team, the Hearts, have upset referee Willie Young. By no means the first time they've shown their anger at decisions. What's wrong with that, says Jim Jeffries.
I'll be quite disappointed if I was a manager of that sort of challenge. Just one of them ones where Eskelson just leans into them. They're both players leaning into each other. So you get tangled up. I think Steve McMillan probably overran the ball, and you can see that the reaction off the Hearts bench.
There's Berry's clearance. Good challenge by Martin. No foul given there. Jamie Dolan in the middle of these two players, coming to no harm, and Motherwell have possession. Good angle made by Dolan once again, but Bruno read that superbly for Hearts.
It's the sort of thing we don't see, do we? A sweeper or a stopper, the third central defender coming out of the pack really and hammering the midfield player. A good play and shows a continental approach to the game by Bruno.
Martin to Dolan. Now Davis. Dolan again. Delivering free in the right, but Lambert finds space forward. McMillan to Roddy. There's Lambert.
That's for Roddy, using his pace. Good covering tackle there by Paul Ritchie.
Good play, Andy Roddy, not quite getting there, but Paul Ritchie comes across and makes the tackle. And plays the player as well, but a good saving tackle by Paul Ritchie for at the expense of a corner.
Dumped away by John Miller's head. This is Jamie Dolan.
Never quite set himself for that shot on target. Wanted to play it across the face of the goalkeeper, I'm sure.
Yeah, just a bit of frustration from Jamie Dolan. Really, a better ball into the box would have caused Hearts more problems, I feel. Just a shot from there, really. The angle was poor. The defender was in front, and Rousset was across to cover it. So, a bit of a wasted opportunity. But Motherwell, if they keep applying the screw, something's going to happen because they're having more and more of the play. Hearts can't get out of their own area. They win the ball back a lot better. Lambert's in fine form. Roddy's in good form. Burns up front. They've got the goal threat. Really, all that's missing from their play is that final touch, that final goal.
So here's Phillips with a throw for Motherwell. Now Dolan. Klibakovic. That's patient, sensible play by Klibakovic. But helped by Lambert's movement is Barnes. Dolan demands the ball behind. Assesses the options ahead, keeps possession patiently. Challenge made by Ritchie on Barnes. Fulton. Eskilsson. Good tackle made by McCart. And Motherwell seldom without the ball at this stage in the match. Andy Roddy. Dolan. Phillips. Lambert goes ahead. It's good play again from Motherwell. And the cross delivered too long there. They were crowded on the near post. No one at the far post. Terrific hold-up play though again from Motherwell. Alec McLeish, the manager, preaches a passing game at all times, and he's certainly receiving that from his team tonight. Still looking though for the cutting edge. Davis. Lambert. The angle ball, a good one. Burns was on his heels. Delicately played into the gap by Lambert.
It's just that final ball, and again, to some great positions. Paul Lambert in particular, so final ball to the forwards, really. In that case, Paul Lambert did get forward. About 3 or 4 players made a run to the near post and left that far post situation vacant. And just a better final ball, and Motherwell really could be 2 or 3-0 up.
Eskilsson penalised it, backing into McCart.
He likes his aerial challenges, isn't he? And I think he was pretty right on that occasion. As a defender, I'd always say he was right on that occasion. But I mean, it's just every aerial challenge and everything else, he's very keen to stamp his authority onto it and make sure there's no elbows flying or anything else.
Chris McCart has gone forward here as Motherwell build again. There's a target in the area. Just out of reach for Burns. Alec Burns has struggled a little bit in the second half after such a sprightly opening spell. Bruno's header forward, met by Dolan. That's a great play by Lambert again, showing marvellous control. Here's Jamie Dolan. Movement in the midfield from Motherwell, really outstanding. Roddy's pass just behind Davis. It's won by Barnes. Lambert again. Delicate ball forward. Well collected here by Davis. And it was a full stretch effort there by Bruno. Locke playing it against McMillan for the goal kick. There really has been some terrific football played by Motherwell in this second half in particular, Terry.
Yeah, they've played some good football. They've got the ball up to the strikers, got in some good positions, carved some opportunities in the left and the right of the Hearts defence, but the final ball really failed to get on target. And the one good ball that came across him, Andy Roddy, there's the man Paul Lambert, on the end unlucky really not to score, and but for this man Gilles Rousset, it would have been 1-0 to Motherwell, but it's just that final ball into the box. But it's been a good contest so far.
Big difference in the second half. Charlie Nicholas made the point at half-time about a lot of the good passing being in deep positions, but in this second half, Motherwell have done some real damage in the final third of the field. still without an opening goal. Here's Krivokapic, his jersey held by Robertson. Didn't put him off though. Martin to Lambert. Well, applause all around the stadium here, especially by the football from midfield. Oh, it has served so well. Here's Lambert. Well, again, Alec Burns just sucked in a little bit too tight there. Couldn't take advantage of the pass. Dolan to Martin. That's McMillan. Millen again. Across it comes to Lambert. That's Davis. Ritchie stood his ground there very well indeed. There's Alan Johnston. Very comfortable on this right flank. On the far side is John Miller. This is shaping like a game, Terry. That's a level to score.
Yeah, they're shaping up that way. They've had no possession in the second half at all, and there's a sort of play that McLeese must have won. What Motherwell really had to do to score a goal, and if they had a better final ball, they might have a chance. But you can just sense that Hearts really nothing to lose now. They've been penned back, haven't got the ball. You can see Motherwell 60% possession. They've had everything really. The better chances, the better shots on goal, and everything else. And it's just one of them situations where Hearts may get one chance, one bit of possession, and score.
Jim Jeffries, I'm sure, will be appreciating his good fortune to find his team still on level terms after taking a pounding in the second half in particular.
It's difficult to know what he can do. He's lost the midfield. The midfield's getting totally swamped. Steve Fulton's not got hold of the ball. Dolan, Davis and Lambert are really running the show. Lambert in particular is having a fantastic second half, I think. And I think he might have to do something to try and sort it out. Perhaps fresh pair of legs, somebody in there to really upset somebody, perhaps to change his system or whatever to try and nullify this tremendous Motherwell midfield.
Well, the trouble is that on the bench he has a striker and a central defender. Here's Alan Johnston. Tackled firmly in the end by Philippine. Paul Higgett in the left, Billy Brown in the centre, Jim Jeffries in the right.
I've done that a few times, put my head in my hands there. I'm on the bench, I think.
Johnston again, seeing more of the ball. Krivokapic. 10, I'm sure, to accept the throw from Motherwell there. Krivokapic with the clearance. Well, we've seen virtually nothing of Paul Smith and Steve Coulton and Alan Johnston in the second half. Motherwell mid-3, dominating. The last touch came from Roddy. It's a throw to Hearts, and Johnston again getting a touch. Frustrating times these for John Robertson, who thrives on service. He's had precious little of that tonight. Dolan and Lambert combine again. There's Martin, who has McMillan outside him. The run was made by Burns. Ball across by Neil Berry. Came off Burns. No further confirmation of Motherwell's domination of this match. Bruno underneath that. Fill him in. Here's Lambert again. Looking for Roddy ahead. Throw to Motherwell. Carelessness there with a pass. Fill him in. And Coulton to get a touch on the ball. Krivokapic miscued the clearance. Hearts are players forward here. Lock on the right. Robertson Eskilsson through the middle. Gary Locke was selling for a corner. Playing out quite deliberately against Stephen McMillan.
I think it's such a rare event for Hearts to get a corner. No one really wants to go and take it. Players going across there. And I think Alan Johnston's gone across to take it. With a chance, a bit of a relief for Hearts to get out of their box. And you never know what might happen if they get the ball. A decent service, a decent cross into this box.
Johnston's corner kick. McCart, shooting chance here for Paul Smith. Showing no conviction at all there, former Motherwell player.
We talked about a decent cross into the box. This one went well away from the danger area, right to the far post, and in the end, Paul Smith, under a bit of pressure, of course, good play by Motherwell, just coming out to try and block his effort, but put it over the bar. But it just shows, I think had Paul Smith and the rest of the Hearts team had more possession up front, more chance to go forward, he would have been more confident and able to strike and possibly hit the target. But such has been Motherwell's total domination in this match.
Barry's header. Back goes Trebakovic. Dolan to McCart. Dolan again. Needs movement ahead. He gets it from Davis. This is Phillippe. Dolan. A little bit casual there, allowing Alan Johnston to pressurise him. Here's John Robertson coming deep. Martin's pass. Here's Andy Roddy. Picking out McMillan. Headed away by John Miller, who's really tucked in very well indeed for Hearts to cover these cross balls. In goes Brian Martin. McMillan. That's the break of the ball from Johnston. Davis. Here's Dolan. Again, Phillippe finds space. John Miller playing very deep there, allowing Phillippe to have the ball in that position. That's Davis. A little bit of desperation creeping in there, I think, in the evidence of that shot at goal. There's going to be a substitution made now by Motherwell. The withdrawing Andy Roddy, who has been so dangerous without any luck in front of goal. He goes off. And on comes Roy Essendon, 19 years old, an Irishman. It's his second appearance in the first team. He played as substitute against Mopar in the UEFA Cup at the beginning of the season and made an early impression in that match. He's very pacey, plays straight up front, and he's joined Alec Bonds in attack. Phillippe penalised. The challenge on Miller. Feeling creeping around the stadium in the Motherwell ranks, I think, that they can't possibly get a goal tonight.
Well, they've really battered this Hearts defence and had some good opportunities, haven't scored, and there is that desperation that can creep in.
Chris McCart with a header. Locke takes over. Johnston goes to the right. This is McMillan. Bad clearance. Johnston with the cross. Eskilsson was very brave going for that, but so too was Chris McCart. That was a very important challenge by McCart. Had to match him all the way.
Yes, lovely ball into the box here from Johnston. Eskilsson gets in front there. I think possibly that ball just did come off Chris McCart. He flung himself there. Just about to see there. I think that was definitely a corner. The referee got it wrong on this occasion. Chris McCart has a rueful smile there because he knows that was possibly a corner, but as it's a goal kick, and that's really best possession possibly of the second half.
Taking it well in the air. That's Dolan. McCart to Phillippe. Here's Barnes. Now Miller. Ball goes to Motherwell. Essendon's challenge was effective on Bruno. This is Paul Lambert. Back to Phillippe. Headed away by Locke for a corner kick. The pressure mounting again in this Hearts defence. They really have taken a pounding in the second half. Davis. Could have been offside, but it isn't. Out to Brian Martin. Looking at Essendon. There's Lambert. Couldn't get that beyond Miller. Dolan plays it wide. And John Phillippe. Misunderstanding between Dolan and Lambert. There haven't been many of these tonight. Here's Colton. I wonder if Hearts have the audacity to snatch this before the end. Locke did well. Eskilsson wanted too long. Martin denied him any time or space.
Here's Davis. Needs some movement ahead. Barnes takes over. No contact made with Barnes. He lost his footing and stumbled. The referee was right. Lock forward. A push in the back by Krivokapic. Hasn't seemed enough, I must say, to push Eskos into the ground, but Swedish player going down quite.
Yeah, I think really a sign of frustration. You're right, Joe. There is desperation in the Motherwell side now. You've seen losing possession all too easily when they just beforehand they were confident and kept the passing and got the good crosses into the box, and you just have that feeling that Hearts just might nick one.
Lock with a free kick. Pumping and barging inside the area. It's back with Fulton. Good footwork. McCart wins it well. Here's Barnes. Dolan called for that inside, and Berry made a very important challenge there. Krivokapic to Barnes. Here's Lambert. Dolan. Nothing into the left. He had to turn to the right. Still nothing to the left. McMillan coming late on the scene. That's Davis. Lucy again to the rescue for Hearts. Well, the big keeper having a night out.
Good play across here, Dolan to Billy Davis. One thought on his mind. Good first touch. Swerving shot. The keeper, I thought, possibly saw it a bit late, but that massive frame swung into action. A great save. A good shot by Billy Davis. His ball swerving away, going into the top right-hand corner. A good right hand by Rousset.
Lambert's corner kick. There's Martin, and once again claimed by Rousset.
He's like a big praying mantis when it comes across there. Look, out he comes, gets a bit of a hand onto a bit of a smother, and then just flings himself.
A long ball played by Locke, won by Martin. Good turn by McMillan. Locke did well. That's Berry playing it long. A bit of a tangle there. Burns going in late and Locke. Well, look at the attempts and goal stat. That's quite remarkable. And Motherwell with a few on target. Well, up to 4. And still no joy for the side which has dominated this match throughout the second half. Neil Berry's taking a bang in the head.
Neil Berry will carry on though. Need have been in 24 bullets in his head before he can come off the park. But Rousset's been unbelievable tonight. He's really kept Hearts in the game. He's flung himself left and right and come and got crosses and made one fantastic save to the left-hand side. Just typical, really, that just indicative of the 14 efforts on goal by Motherwell. Just really shows how much they have dominated this game. Neil Berry has done very well, I feel that. I mean, the Hearts have defended very well at the back. They've had to because of constant pressure by Motherwell. And if they do come out of this with 1 point and possibly 3, I think Jim Jeffries will really praise his back three and his goalkeeper.
Bruno with a free kick. Up goes Krivokapic. Berry's there again. So lofted away there by McMillan. Here's Gary Locke now, the throw for Hearts. You must find it remarkable we're still in this match. This is the flow of play in the game. Smith to Locke. That's a good turn by Gary Locke. Now Eskilsson, this is promising for Hearts. Good handling by Scott Howie. He certainly hasn't been over-occupied tonight, so that's very good play with the keeper.
Good layoff by Gary Locke to Eskilsson. I think he's trying to pass us across the face of the goal, and Scott Howie does well to hold the ball and smother it and take it into his midriff.
Bad clearance by Howie. There's Johnston. And now Fulton. Carelessness, possession back with Motherwell. There's McMillan. Here's Essendon. Hasn't really been able to make an impact yet. Across comes Bruno. Pressurised by Barnes. You check what he's doing there, playing it against the shins of Alec Barnes for the throw to Hearts. Berry for the header. Header by Martin, reaches Fulton. Good tackle again by Martin. It was very well timed. Committed himself to that. Quite long there by Philippin. A bit of bustling there by Essendon.
He's a real handful. He's big, he's strong, isn't he? The ball laid up to him there, and Motherwell going route one this time rather than passing the ball to feet. And you know, it's a bit of a sign we really are in the final few minutes of the game. It's just a case of we'll get that ball forward and see if he can just pick up many pieces.
Well, Essendon certainly does give another option to Motherwell. Taken down carefully by Philippin. Lambert. Well, the Motherwell fans anxious to see the ball go forward quickly, and when it does, it tends to go that way, straight to a Hearts player. Good running by Robertson ahead, but he's matched by Krivokapic. Here's Scott Harry. Another poor clearance though, but Portsmouth could make nothing of that. Berry had to hurry, closed down by Barnes. Oh, miscued header that by Martin, but came to no harm. Philippin going for Essendon, the aerial ball. Hearts defence standing up well to that. That's John Miller. Dolan was quick. Eskilsson is supported here from midfield. Here's Alan Johnston. It's Fulton beside him. Well, that's great footwork initially by Johnston. He's robbed in the end by Krivokapic. Dolan. Here's McMillan again. Here's Brian Martin again, looking for the options ahead. Essendon was a target. He's bundled Berry off the ball. Free kick it is to Hearts. Well, Terry, time to select your man of the match.
Well, I've gone for a Motherwell midfield player. Paul Lambert, for me, he's been the man of the match. He's got forward. He's probably had the miss of the match as well, but he's made up, runs up and down the second half. He's moved to the right-hand side of midfield, and he's been a constant threat to Hearts. I think for me, he's had a really outstanding game, so he's my man of the match.
So, Paul Lambert certainly well worthy of that award tonight, but still not in a side about to collect 3 points unless they can find a goal before the end. Determination demonstrated by Dolan. Here's Essendon. Dolan to McMillan. Movement ahead from Barnes. Trying to take on Bruno. McMillan beside him. Good play by McMillan, good support play. That's Lambert. McMillan again. Good efforts! Big keeper had it covered, I think. But Steve McMillan almost found the way through.
Just the lucky ricochet back here. One thing on his mind, hit it across the goalkeeper. A vicious bounce, and not even the big frame of Gilles Rousset could get a hand on that one. Good dipping shot there, good left-back shot. Similar to Steve Staunton's shot from quite a distance out, but well worth a go, and why not in the last few minutes? But good effort from McMillan.
So just a couple of minutes remaining in the match. Points so much their premium in the bottom half of this Premier Division, and here's a chance again for Motherwell with Lambert. Would be fitting if he contributed to the winning goal before the end. Philippin flights it in goes Davis! And Rousset still got a touch. Good keeper surviving again, but McMillan trying to put on the more pressure. That's a miscued effort, bit of fatigue setting in.
Well, perhaps I should have named Gilles Rousset as the man of the match, but Billy Davis got a good header and a good, must be a size 12 hand there, come across and block it. I mean, that was a good ball in from John Philippin. Lambert as well, lays the ball back. John Philippin, lovely cross into the middle of the goal. Good header by Billy Davis. I'm not too sure if it was going to go in, but Gilles Rousset is the man of the moment.
No big keeper. Certainly be the best Hearts candidate for the Man of the Match award. Headed on by Eskilsson. Dolan back to Martin. Essendon did well. Thornton sets off and chase, but he's covered very well by Bruno. But in the final minutes, Motherwell still looking for this elusive breakthrough. Philippin forward, it's Davis. That's good running in the flank again by Lambert, matched though by Steve Fulton. Very little by way of stoppage time to add to the end of the game. It's flowed all the way through, no yellow cards, a lot of good passing movements. It's Wood Dolan again. Couldn't find the pass in the box. So back with Lambert. Dolan wants it back. Heading for the byline, not enough space though. Credit though due to the fact that Dolan wouldn't just hit a hopeful ball in.
Well, he thought he had more time, tried to make a better opportunity to get the ball into the box, but he'd probably be ruined the fact he should have got it in possibly first time, or if not, when he had a chance, stop the ball and get a ball into the box, because at the end of the day he's run it out for a goal kick, and Hearts can take their time and play out the match.
Up goes McCart with Eskilsson. Here's Robertson. Back with Miller. So Motherwell still in a hurry. We're into stoppage time now at the end of the match. There's precious little of that, I suspect. The referee's checking with his linesman. But how long there is to go. Good on the pitch with a header. Davis plays it safely back to Howie. And the final whistle goes. No breakthrough on the night, thanks to Gilles Rousset in the Hearts goal, who was quite outstanding. He rode his luck a little from time to time, but had a terrific match for Hearts, and he's the reason why Motherwell have failed to make the breakthrough. In one sense, you could say, Terry, that Motherwell murdered Hearts 0-0.
Yes, they slaughtered them 0-0. Alec McLeish must be wondering where these 3 points are going to come from, because they've totally dominated the play. We've seen that from the match facts. They've had the best chances of the game. Andy Roddy could have had a hat-trick. Paul Lambert there coming off the park was my man of the match. He could have scored from fully but 2 or 3 yards, and he made an excellent connection, but a great save by the big man. And Hearts have fought hard for their point. They haven't given in, and Rousset, they've got a man behind them who can inspire them, I think, to greater things. Didn't get a lot going forward, but I just feel a bit sorry for Alec McLeish. I mean, he's done everything right, prepared their team right, had a lot of call-offs through injuries, but the players out there gave their all and were unlucky not to win the match.
All those attempts on goal, quite remarkable. Now Davy Provan is in the tunnel, and he has Chris McCart, the Motherwell captain.
Chris, given the way that Motherwell played tonight and the chances you made, just how disappointed are you to be leaving here with only 1 point?
Yeah, I think we're very disappointed, but you've got to give credit to their goalkeeper. I thought he had some outstanding saves. I think the plus from our point of view is the way we passed the ball tonight. I think it was encouraging for the season ahead.
A far better performance tonight than you gave against Celtic on Saturday, was it not?
Yeah, as I said earlier, no, we passed the ball about tonight, and I think the fans enjoyed it. It's just disappointing we never get the end product in a goal.
Well, we all thought you had broken the deadlock in 53 minutes, Paul. A fabulous save by Gilles Rousset from your volley. What do you remember of that?
I think Andy Roddy was put a great ball in, really, and I thought it's just a matter of connecting with it, and I could have done better, I thought, but big goalie's done a great saves. You see it there now, and Andy gets the ball in. It's a great ball, really. That's just scored there. That's just scored. Saying that the goalie's done well to get across his box, and he's made a great save.
Was there a feeling at that stage that this just wasn't going to be your night?
No, because I thought if we kept on playing away, we might have got one, because I thought we dominated the game from start to finish. And just if we keep playing the way we are, we'll be all right.
It's unfamiliar territory for the Motherwell players, is it not? The bottom end of the table, given that you finished second last season. Have the players been finding it hard to relax and express themselves?
No, really, the dressing room is still is good morale, and we've just got to keep going, and hopefully the results will turn their way.
Well, you're the Bells man of the match tonight, Paul. With it goes the champagne. Enjoy it. Well done, lads.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations. Well done, Dave.
Thanks.
Thank you, Davey. So, all square then at Fir Park. Motherwell 0, Hearts 0. Paul Lambert there, the man of the match, chosen by Terry Butcher. We'll get the thoughts of our studio guests when we come back, and also catch up on with the night's other football.